Fred, thank you for being here. Just please identify yourself and tell us your name, who you represent, and what your position on the bill is.
Well, thank you, Mr. Chairman, members. My name is Fred Wilshusen. I am the General Counsel for the Texas Construction Association, which is a large group of subcontractors and suppliers in the state of Texas, and I am for House Bill 2268, and I'm testifying for myself as well. I'll try to be brief. Fundamental to the freedom of contract is that both parties to the contract should have the entire contract to review, negotiate, and then for their files. The majority of disputes regarding construction contracts involve contract terms located in documents that have been incorporated by reference. A subcontractor might never see these documents. These incorporated documents might be hundreds of pages long or even longer. Frequently, they contain terms that are inconsistent or contradict outright what was negotiated between the parties in the document they actually sign. These documents, as Representative Thompson said, frequently include substantial risk-shifting terms such as restrictions on payment rights, waivers or releases of other significant rights, extremely short or onerous notice deadlines, and other pivotal clauses to the performance of the contract. The most offensive aspect of this process is when a party refuses to provide these key incorporated documents to someone requesting them. This is a simple bill. It says that if you want to incorporate documents as part of your construction contract, then, if requested prior to signing the contract, you must give that party the opportunity to obtain a full copy of the incorporated documents for their review, negotiation, and then ultimately for their files. This does not place an extraordinary or challenging burden on the upstream parties. It can be satisfied with a few clicks of the mouse or by other means, such as setting up a Dropbox where they are available to everyone. And I would simply close by saying parties should have the right to have a complete copy of their contract in their possession. And I'm happy to answer any questions. I am a construction specialty attorney.
Thank you. Members, do we have any questions? Thank you for your testimony, sir.
Thank you.
Next chair will call Chris Ellsbury. Thank you. Please identify yourself by name and who you represent and what your position on this bill is.
Sir. Thank you, Mr. Chairman, members. My name is Chris Ellsbury. I am in-house general counsel for Cummings Electrical, a commercial electrical subcontractor based in Dallas-Fort Worth. And I am here in support of House Bill 2268, both representing Cummings and personally. I think Fred summed up the basics of it, but I have experience with this every day. I guess it's right there in our name, but I spend most of my time negotiating contracts, probably 80% of my time. And I will tell you without fail, the first provision in each contract, if it's not the dollar amount, it's that all documents are incorporated. And also without fail, they do not get sent to us. We have to ask for them, and then we aren't sure if what we got is the full document, and yet we're bound to everything possible. Additionally, the priority is always designated as whichever term has the highest burden or imposes the greatest duty controls. And there will be terms in our contracts that say things like notice must be provided within 7 days or earlier as may be required by the owner's contract. And if we don't have that, if we don't know that, we're not even able to comply with our own contract terms. So being able to actually be provided with a copy of it, or at least know that what we were provided is the only thing that we were held to, would be extremely beneficial to us. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, members. Do we have any questions? Thank you for your testimony. Next chair calls on Todd, is it Nicto? Thank you. I'm sorry if I mispronounced your name, but would you please tell us your name and who you represent and what your position on the bill is?
My name is Todd Nettu. I am a partner at Thomas Feldman and Wilshusen, work alongside Mr. Wilshusen. I'm here today on behalf of the bill, and I think what briefly I might add
Excuse me,
is
sir. Are you just on the bill or
I am for the bill.
for the bill? Okay.
Correct.
Thank you.
What I believe I might be able to add is I get to represent a number of small subcontractors and just starting out contractors. There'll be business persons who have been out in the field and started their own company. And it is very important for them to be able to understand the full risks, both business-wise and legally, that they are undertaking when they sign a contract. And the most simplest way for them to be able to do that is to have the entire contract in front of them, to review it, and then to sign it. And those are the companies that I think are most at risk of not getting the full contract, because they can be told, sign the contract and we'll give you all the documents later. That's something that can happen fairly often. So I think this legislation would help them be able to evaluate risks that they want to undertake at that starting point of their business. And I would ask you to support the bill. Thank you.
Thank you, members. Do we have any questions? Thank you for your testimony. That's it. Is there anybody else who wishes to speak on, for, or against House Bill 2268? Seeing none, the chair will call on